Wow. All right, guys, and we are live.
Yeah, is this a microphone?
Yes, this is the mic. All right, and you want to do the show opener?
The show.
Yeah. Wow. All right, and we are live with Bikes, Beers, and Bros.
Yes.
This is Be Fix the God. We have Blue Heights, and today's special guest, Darby the Fastest.
Oh yeah. What's going on?
All right, so before we get started with the interview, we're gonna do a little housekeeping and talk about the giveaways. You got the first giveaway ready?
No.
All right. Well, the giveaways are coming. We're gonna have that getting started next week. We're gonna do the lock thing first, right? The lock thing.
That's
Okay.
going to be the giveaway.
All right. So we're gonna do a lock giveaway. That's not the prize. We're going to do a combination throughout the course of the next podcast. So you have to watch the whole podcast, get the combination, bring the lock back, and you get it. Exactly. All right, what else do we have in the housekeeping to get rid of?
Where we're at today.
Okay. So today's episode, we are at Urban Brew. Urban Brew right here in 3rd Ward. The amazing Delphine will be here to take care of you. It's my favorite coffee shop. Darby's new favorite coffee shop.
Oh yeah.
First time here for me.
Yep. First time, long time.
Checking it out.
I always love when people say that. First time, long time listener. Anyway. All right. So let's jump right into it.
First topic is the bike rides for today. Today is
420. 420. To my knowledge, we have 3 bike rides going today. The one that you're going to is leaving from where?
St. Bernard's.
Okay, and that one leaves at 7?
It said 7.
Okay, the one I'm going to is leaving from Mosaic at 7 as well. And then, David, where's the 420 ride you're leaving doing?
We're just gonna go meet up at St. Bernard's and after that we just meet.
Ah, okay, and then that one's
Sounds
leaving
like
from
fun.
St. Bernard as well.
We're
Wing it.
Wing it. Tip of the day, don't wear headphones when you're riding a bike.
I'm guilty of that.
Well, I think there's a difference between earpods and headphones. And I'm talking specifically about the ones that actually cover your ears.
Yeah.
Do you wear those?
No, I wear the actual headphones, like wire ones.
Yeah, but is it something that covers your ear?
Oh no, I wear the earphones. Yeah,
Right.
They don't cover my ear.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, coffee. Look at that.
Yeah, I personally don't do either. I'm a speaker guy myself, but you know,
I'm new to the speaker thing. I've been playing with the speaker lately. It's pretty neat.
yeah.
I like it just, playing some music and just riding real slow, cruising around, not really like getting on it, just cruising slow.
Yeah. So we all were at the grand opening for Fixed Up this past weekend. How'd you guys like it? How'd you like the grand
It was
opening?
awesome.
Oh, the grand opening was amazing.
Yeah, I liked it too. It was good to see like a lot of old faces. Good to see Ronnie out. That was cool. The hemp ice lady. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, just the whole vibe.
Yeah.
Big bike scene, everyone that's in the bike scene was out. And, well, not everyone, but a lot of people were out. So it's good to see people from haven't seen in a minute that were out there supporting and just the community of people coming together. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
There was people from San Antonio. I know Jessica came out.
Yeah,
Put
Jessica.
on the first Friday crit.
Yep, and Tomboys and Mimosas.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
I guess one of the highlights were the races.
Oh, the races that night were amazing. So I showed up midway through the men's road, and that was pretty cool. Saw people on hybrids, people on mountain bikes, people on regular road bikes.
Now I hear people call them crit races.
Yes.
Why
Return.
are they called crit races?
Race Master?
I honestly don't know. Why do they call them crit
Okay,
races?
so a criterion race is a particular kind of race, usually lap-based. Some people do time, but it's just the style of race. Nothing. Oh, fork down. Fork down. Yeah. So for crits, you can have roads, you can have fixed, you can have pretty much everything, and that's pretty much it. It's not like anything special. It's just kind of like a name, like Omnium Racing, for example. It's an individual race at the velodrome.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it for the crankset, but it was actually a race.
Wow. I've heard that if someone gets lapped in a race, they're out on the race.
Yeah.
Not in this kind of race usually, but yes, in a lot of races, yes, that is the rule. You lap, you're out. And also so there's also scratch races, which you don't have to get lapped in per se, but if you're last place each round, get eliminated.
Yeah. So that brings us to our guest and the race.
Yep. Now, I was going to say, speaking of scratch races and Omnium races and crit races, you pulled double duty this past Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So you started out at the velodrome, and this is your first race at the velodrome, right?
Yeah, I did the Kilo TT and I did the 2 kilometer individual pursuit.
Nice. How many people were out there?
There had to been like, I would say 15, 20 people out there.
Nice.
They were all pretty they were all pretty next level. I think there was a fellow out there named Pac McKino. He ended up winning the Kilo TT.
Awesome.
And yeah, he was on like I've seen some crazy bikes out there. Stuff I've never seen before, like a DT, aero track frame, like some crazy stuff out there. And so it was a lot of tough competition out there. They were like, pretty professional.
Yeah. So how'd you end up doing in your event?
I got third in the Kilo TT and first in the 2 kilometer individual pursuit.
Awesome. That's ridiculous. You know how awesome it is for your first race out to get first?
Right? No, it was a thrill. I had an absolute blast. I ran a different ratio this time. I ran a 50-15, and I usually just run a 50-17 around town. And, so it's the first time on a different ratio, like 50-15, that's heavier.
Yeah.
And so I went a lot faster. I was able to go a lot faster.
Oh, okay, 50-15, for people that don't know what that means, what exactly we're talking about?
The chainring size, like how many teeth there are on the chainring, and the 15 is like the size of the cog, how many teeth are on the cog.
So the cog would be the one in the back?
Yeah, the cog is on the wheel and the chainring is on the crank set.
So it has exactly 50 teeth on it?
Yeah, it has 50 teeth on it.
And the other one in the back has 15.
Yeah, so that puts you at a gear ratio number of like 3.33. So,
Pro info.
Pro info there.
For your pro tag. So sweet. Like that's usually the magic crit number. Ironically, we were talking about crits earlier. Like 50-15 is pretty standard for pro level crits. Ironically, from what I hear, the magic number for velodrome is like 47-14, which is almost exactly comparable to 50-15.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit smaller though on the components, and if you really want to get down to it, is the smaller components. You're fighting more friction when you got smaller components. You might have a bigger gear ratio, but you're fighting more like frictional forces.
Yeah, because it has limited engagement.
Yeah, so you're not getting full like chain engagement. So you want bigger components for less friction.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
And then so fast forward to the second part of the night, second part of your double duty. You did the men's fixed for the crits.
Yeah, the third board crit.
Third Saturday crits.
I fixed up and
John's video or what? I see the
Yep, we're actually on live right now.
oh yeah.
Hey, do I do all photography and video too?
Oh, awesome. Yep. Oh, yeah, we get to right up. Okay.
My bad.
And then you get
Yeah, the third board crip I fixed up. There's a lot of pressure because I had people telling me that don't tell me you're betting on me because it's just gonna put more pressure on me. I had to take a break that day. As soon as I got done with the velodrome, I went home and just relaxed just for a little bit. I'm like, okay, I have to start thinking about doing this race now.
A lot of people had money on you.
yeah, I was gonna say low key, like you didn't have to put that much pressure on yourself because there's a lot of people that wanted to put money on you, but nobody was taking that bet.
Yeah.
Nobody was taking it. Like nobody's gonna bet on anybody else.
Yeah.
Were you betting on him? Just curious.
Was I betting on him? I did have him to win. Like I said, I know nobody would take that bet. Like who would they take? You know, like maybe I would have bet, and I'll tell you this pro tip again. Maybe I would have taken a bet against him if you gave me the field and you gave me like plus 500 like odds. Like so it's like either he wins or someone in the field wins and you give me like the odds, then you know maybe because I'm gambling, I'll take that. But nobody's taking that bet heads up.
Why would you bet on him? Just curious.
Would I bet on him or against him?
Why would you bet on him?
Because you have to size the competition, and there wasn't anybody that I thought realistically that were there that particular day that was going to dethrone him that day. He was already coming off a high, like when he got the velodrome. He's typically the fastest person anyway. And the field was very limited in, like there were a few people there that had some experience, but that was very few people. So yeah,
CJ and Ferris were two that were worried about. I was like, okay, yeah, they're pretty fast. I know how much they ride and everything.
Yep.
See, if I was in the race, I think you would have had a tough time.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have had a tough time with Luke there.
Which brings me to the story about how we sort of met.
Oh yeah. So
the shadow race. Yeah, tell me about this. I've been wanting to hear this story. I've heard two versions so far.
Here's the story of the shadow race. I wake up the morning of Steven's Alley Cat race, the Alley Cat race back in October 31st.
Oh, you're on my shirt. That's awesome.
2020 at St. Bernard's.
Mm-hmm.
And I got out the door, started riding to the place. I was going down Houston Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And I see some people commuting around. Then I see someone behind me. I'm like, okay, there's just someone riding their mountain bike, like riding their 26er. And I start going down the road and they get beside me and we turn down Washington. We're going left down Washington and they start passing me. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? We like headed straight into the east side. I'm like, this guy is fast. If I get beat on the way to a race right now, that's a bad sign. Like by a random commuter, I'm like, this person is literally going the same way I'm going. I'm like, I turned off at one point. I'm like, I don't want to get smoked right now, like on the way to a race. So I take a shortcut, and I'm going down Canal Street, and I realize
you took the shortcut.
Yeah, I took a shortcut. He went down the tunnel on the east side. I went over it, and he's going down Canal Street on the way to St. Bernard's, and I'm like, if I get smoked by this guy, that's a bad sign. He ends up going to the same place, and I'm like, I see him go, I'm like, wow. I'm looking at his bike, I'm like, I almost got beat by a freaking 26er right now.
Wow.
So I show up to St. Bernard's and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna check out the race, and it turns out that this guy won, and I was like, hey, we could have had it.
like, hey, I could have won.
So I was like thinking, how cool that the person that the person that won the whole race that day was the guy that I'd sort of raced. I was like, props to him.
Yeah.
I think we met later at MSP.
Yeah.
That's when we actually introduced ourselves to each other. And he came up to me and he's like, hey, you're that guy.
I'm like, you're that guy. I was beating you on the way to the race. Like,
yeah.
So crazy, man. I was like, I was honestly amazed with the skill. I was like, if this guy can keep up with me in the way I ride, that's pretty next level right there.
So one, he took the shortcut, and two, after the tunnel, I thought he had left in another direction, so I started to take it easy, and that's when he just blasted by me, and I was like, yeah.
And see, that's almost how we met, which I'm sure he doesn't remember because it was so long now. Like, it was almost the exact same thing. We're downtown, and I saw a guy riding, and he was like doing wheelies and everything. I was like, oh, huh. I was like, let me see how fast he is. So I blow by him, and then I just leave. And then later on, we run into each other at Miami City Cycles.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I just saw you. You went back in. Like, yeah, I just saw you too. And then ever since then, I think he's been making a point to like never let me go by him again. Because every time we pull up next to each other, he's like, oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, I gotta go. Show.
But you got to give it up to someone that leaves their house on the bike and then goes and wins the race as well.
Yep.
So, mad props. And then you got this bag that you carry around with you.
Oh, it weighs like 40 pounds.
What is in this bag? That's what everyone.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before we get to the bag, we have a comment. So, commenter says, Darby cheats. He injects spinach into his veins. So I'm sure you see that.
It's true.
You got Popeye over here. Modern day Popeye.
No.
All right, so my bag is a Vessel Workshop bag. It's a Molly pack, has this Molly webbing right here. It has a leather liner on the inside. On the inside of this, I actually have. Oh, don't want that falling out.
Spinach just fell out.
I have my drone right here. I have a DJI drone that I film with, and I try to get some like cool pictures and cool videos of this thing. Pretty cool, just fly it straight up recording. And so that's like a must-have in my bag. Like, you gotta carry that around with you.
Finally, the mystery is unveiled.
Activities.
Yep. Super container. Spinach container.
Just a coat, carry around in case it gets cold. And then I got paperwork in here, stuff to ride on in case I need to ride stuff. And there's like a extra pocket in here. And then on this back side of the straps, where it lays against my back is another compartment. And I can stick stuff in there, stick paperwork in there. On the front, I got my key loop, keys, metal keys, a pouch just for like cards and like whatever I need to stick in there. And then on my left side, I got a chrome pouch. Nice. And I got my tools in here, multi-tools, energy, CO2. I actually just switched my 15mm out for this Trixie tool that I won at the race.
Nice.
So that thing's pretty sweet. That's a lock ring tool and like a bunch of other different tools on there. A bottle opener on there. Nice. This little camelback pouch that holds everything, pretty neat. So everything is in there compact. If I get a flat tire, I have a way to fix it. So on this other side, I got another chrome pouch attached to it. And it holds my U-lock. It has like a little loop that I can stick my U-lock in there. Sweet. And on the right side of that too, I got the keys hooked up to the end of the loop. So I can just get to the key and have it right at my side. I can grab the key with my right hand, hold the lock with my left and unlock it, and just it makes it really convenient. And this right side, since I use my right hand a lot to grab stuff, I just toss whatever miscellaneous stuff in here in this right side. It's not really a tool pouch, it's more of just like a random like dump pouch. And then on the back here, I had this green one. It's some kind of like army surplus thing I got. And it's the same thing like this gray pouch. It's just like miscellaneous stuff. And I fit like stickers in here and stuff like that. Tea tree oil. I think I have some essential oil with you. My helmet.
That's the helmet.
I got a burn helmet. It's like a
I see you wearing that. You actually wear that thing.
yeah, I actually wear it.
It makes no sense for me to be
I started wearing a helmet more recently, and the funny thing is like I was a week after riding with my helmet, I got into like an accident where a person on a BMX bike had ran into me head on.
Oh wow.
And it was luckily they were also wearing a helmet too, so that's why you wear your helmet, everyone. And oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
My drone.
And your spinach.
Oh yeah, my spinach. On the front here, I got the phone, and a lot of people ask me how I film like a lot of my videos where it's like hands-free, where I'm just like holding on to the handlebars. And I have a wide angle on my phone, like the wide angle mode. So when I'm wearing it, the camera is facing outward like this, and I'm able to get like some pretty wide angle shots if I have it pointed up this way. You can see like my POV.
Yeah.
So definitely some cool videos doing that. How heavy do you think that is?
Oh my goodness, that has to be at least 20, 25 pounds.
25 pounds? What do you think?
Did you wear that on the race?
Oh my god.
I wore that at the alley.
Yeah, this is at least 30 pounds too. This is a 30-pound bag easy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you know, I try to carry that around with me because that has all my like tools and everything. Like it's my lifeline basically. When you're riding out there, that's your lifeline.
Damn. And so full time, you're a courier, right?
Yeah, I work at Houston Courier. I'm a bike messenger, and just like those keys on there, those are like little mailbox keys. So I go pick up the mail at the mailboxes and stuff like that, and do you know, deliveries here and there for law firms and courthouse stuff. You know, it's been pretty tough navigating through COVID, but you know, it's been working.
That's what I was gonna ask about, like being courier. So during COVID, I kind of thought the courier thing would pretty much be over because everybody's limited exposure and that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
have you experienced a drop off or anything?
There was a bit of a drop off there for a second, but then after a while, kind of evened out, and things are still busy. There's still stuff going on.
Two more questions that I have for you. Go with the easy one first. Tips for newbies and tips for seasoned riders.
Have fun with it. You know,
Just for newbies or
for both newbies and pros, definitely have fun with this stuff. Don't worry about competition too much, and focus on just riding and having fun with it, because eventually you'll be having so much fun with it, you'll see yourself, you know, progress to a level that, you know, you'll eventually want to start having better gear and better stuff. Shred what you got, and as soon as your skill level gets there, you'll start wanting better equipment.
Other question for you. What's your vision for the cycling community here in Houston?
My vision for the cycling community in Houston is like in everything kind of like culture, like infusing all different types of different stuff, like people with their art stuff, people with their music stuff, all kinds of just every type of self-expression, not just riding bikes. I've seen a lot of it where people are like, you know, let's go take a social ride and go check this art. Let's go do this. And you know, just everyone able to show off their different like expression, you know, and showing their art, showing their music, whatever, not just riding bikes.
What would be the expression that you're showing?
Riding bikes, having fun, getting people together and putting people on to like riding bikes and having a great time. Like, you know, it doesn't always have to be like training, and it doesn't have to be just one thing. You can do everything, and like, you know, all you have to do is get people stoked, is to say like, hey, let's go on a ride, let's go here, let's have a place to stop at and like hang out at, stuff like that.
So we got a few questions from the viewers.
Well, before we even get to those, some other basic questions, which is, what bike are you riding currently?
Right now I'm riding a Shinelli Shark, a 2020 Shinelli Vigarelli Shark, the red one. I'm riding Omniums, and I'm riding with a bespoke chainring, and a Hydra rear wheel, and a Notorious 3-spoke wheel in the front.
Sweet. And that's the one you race on too?
Yeah, that's the one I race on. And another bike I have is the bike I won from the Alley Cat.
Nice.
That purple Jamis with the purple Velocity wheels on it. And so that's kind of my like rain ride. Like if the weather's kind of bad, I ride that thing. But I'm racing on my Shinelli. I sometimes ride that for work too.
Okay. And what would be your dream? Actually, name three. What would be your three dream bikes?
A Colnago,
Which one? Which one out of?
Any of their track frames, man. I don't.
Okay.
There's so many of them. I just know I want one. I'm just like,
Nice.
you know,
Okay.
I haven't got to that stage of really thinking about which one. I just know I want one.
Yeah.
One of the Colossi Low Pros and a. What else was the third one? Some kind of NJS, like, you know, like a Bridgestone with Columbus steel. That'd be a sweet ride to ride on. Have like a classic like track bike.
Yeah. Sweet, I like that. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Now, we are going to get to some fan questions that they've been submitting. But before that, I'd like to take time to actually give a shout out to Delphine, because this coffee is amazing. Amazing. Cheers. And cheers to her. All right. Now, we have, actually, first we have another question from, where did he say this, son?
Got that plug.
No,
question.
well, that's what we plugged in the beginning, and we'll plug again at the end. Well, trust me, they're gonna be there. No, all right. First question from all of y'all. I'm not saying any of y'all names because I don't know. He might think y'all weirdos. So, first question. Start from the bottom. Is your Chanelli for sale?
No, it's not for sale. I'm never gonna
Okay.
sell it.
You heard that.
I have two of them. I'm not selling either one of them.
Yeah. Okay. So there y'all go. All right. Where do you train?
Where do I train? I train all over town. I got different little routes I'd like to take. I like the TC Jester bike trail, like riding all the way up that and riding back down. Riding through the gallery area, down Post Oak and stuff like that. Kind of outside the loop on the west side, down Westheimer. Ever since I've started riding on the, where I was at on the Tuesday, goes from East End. I think it's East End Bike Ride, and I've done that several times, and that's an amazing route. That's that's fun to ride, and every now and then I'll go that way and just do a loop and keep doing that same loop over and over again because it's like sort of an industrial area, so there's not a whole lot of traffic and you can really get into the groove of like riding at a decent pace and keeping that up. And I just like to see how long to keep that up for.
All right, and your ratio you already answered. You used to do 50-17, but right now you're 50-15
Yeah,
for the race.
50-15.
Okay. And how many bikes do you have? Why does everybody ask that question?
I have
every biker.
Right? It's interesting to know. I have 3 bikes: the red Chanelli, a white Chanelli Vigarelli, and the purple Jameis that I won from the Alley Cat.
Okay. This one, are you single? Interesting.
Next question.
Okay. All right.
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Oh, I didn't see that. There we go.
I'm from Northern California. I'm from near a city called Eureka, California.
Ah.
So it's kind of like Humboldt County area, Northern California. So kind of like the countryside. Not really, not a city really. Kind of country.
So how many times do you hear the cheesy joke? Like, Eureka. Every time, right?
Yeah, that's a funny one. I hear that from people.
Like all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can see these really quick. We have a few comments in the chat. Okay, someone says congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, another
Means a lot to hear that
leg
from
muscle
people.
jokes. Okay, someone says your bag weighs 40 pounds and it's impressive that you still beat people.
Hey, you gotta try it out sometimes. Good training. It's good weight training. Like, it's good resistance training. You don't need to go fast. You just need to have that resistance. That's all that is. Like, I just added on weight and, getting a little more, resistance out of it just with that added weight.
It makes sense.
Yep.
It makes sense. I mean, some of us training like weight vests. He trains in 40-pound bags.
I train on a 26-inch mountain bike.
That's definitely some resistance right there.
Yeah, that's heavy resistance.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans on traveling and racing?
I want to travel around the states and like try to hit random crits, like sneak up on a crit where they don't really expect you to come there, and
win.
and win, and like going for the win, and then also velodrome stuff. I want to like work my way up to where somehow racing in like a state competition maybe. That'd be neat.
I'm just gonna put this in the air. What do you say we get a team together and do a trip at the end of the year to Switzerland?
Ooh, man, that would be sweet. I would be up for it. I would be up for traveling outside the United States to do some do some competitive type stuff like that on bikes.
I mean, I'm sure we could convince somebody to like be our tour guide.
I had posted this thing with like the.
So if y'all are down, I'm
Connect
down.
with people there and like see what someone in the bike scene can show us and stuff. That's what's so cool about the bike scene is you can contact people and they'll show you, they'll show you around. I heard last time you guys talking about the pop-up rides and pop-up social in San Antonio.
Yep.
And so there's people like that can be like, hey, we'll show you around.
Exactly.
Show you the ropes.
Yep. In almost every city, there's those people that are down just to show.
Right.
Yep. So we are here. We're gonna enjoy a little bit more coffee. We're here at Urban Brew. Come by, check it out. See Delphine, see Cam, see me, Luke, Darby will probably be here.
Oh yeah, I'm working around.
Yep. So we're gonna enjoy a few more. We're gonna let you guys go. I think we hit our time, right? Oh, okay. Okay, fine.
Is there anything you want to tell them?
Enjoy riding your bikes and don't get caught up in all the nonsense. Enjoy, have fun.
Wait. What nonsense?
Right?
I want to hear this.
Whatever nonsense it might be.
What grinds your gears? as
So
we say?
what you're saying? Wait. So what you're saying is ride bikes.
Ride
more?
bikes more.
Hey, there we go. Got the cheap plug. Bam.
Oh yeah.
No, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, what does grind your gears? What is the one thing in the bike scene that annoys you?
One, two, three. Bike scene, car drivers, pedestrians, whatever.
Man, people that drive cars.
That's,
You know,
that's pretty
going
annoying.
away.
Yeah, because
Something specific.
all that means is you're not riding your bike. You're driving.
I agree with that premise.
What do you suggest to get someone
More
out
bikes,
of the
less
car
cars.
and on the bike?
Have someone you know that rides bikes already. Have them, try to get you
Really good idea.
get you into it. Get riding with them maybe, and you'll figure out about these social rides. And they'll get on that and have fun. It's not necessarily something you have to go straight into training.
So wait, I have an idea for after we end this video. I have an idea. Let's shoot another small video giving us a tour through your bike.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're up for that?
I'm up for that.
All right, cool. So we're gonna get part 2 with Darby coming up right after this. I'm done. Are you done? You got anything else? You got anything else for him?
I think so.
I mean, because we're about to see all of y'all on 420 ride like in a few minutes. So
Get ready, y'all.
Get on the Instagram, get on the YouTube, leave your comments and feedback. We want to know what you like, what you don't like.
She makes the
and above all, keep moving forward. Oh wait, no, that's someone else. Wait,
Keep pedaling.
yes, push. No, that's somebody else too. We need a good catchphrase.
We'll think of
What
a
else does
catchphrase.
catchphrase? Oh no, you guys think of a catchphrase
I do have
and send it to us, and then we'll go over them on the next pod.
Oh yeah.
No weirdo stuff though. And I'm gonna stop saying that because I know you don't get the hate. Like every time I say no weirdo stuff, my inbox is full of weirdo stuff. So I'm gonna stop saying them until you like say that part from now on.
What?
Send it to me.
All right, that is a wrap. See you guys next time.